I'm John Petty from Hose Candy, and I'm going to show you how to build your own jaw-dropping custom hoses using Hose Candy's new Hot Rod kit. It's quick, easy, and we'll be sure to have some fun while doing it. We'll be using this 1969 Ford Fairlane with stock hoses to demonstrate our Hot Rod kit installation. Your Hose Candy Hot Rod kit includes the following components. You'll get a hose skin radiator kit with carbon fiber Kevlar skins, super shrink, and boa clamp sized just for your vehicle. You'll get Hose Candy sidewinders with CNC rotators, rubber adapters, and all the fittings you'll need to convert all of your vacuum or turbo lines into quick couplers. You'll also get our performance silicone hose kit with hose skins, and our 1-inch hose skin kit with hose skins and super shrink. Since we're going to be breaking the cooling system apart, the first step you want is to Since we're going to be removing your radiator hoses, the first step is to remove all the coolant from the radiator and cooling system. Alright, we're going to get this upper radiator hose off of here. We've loosened the clamps and we're going to pull this one out. Now, part of your Hot Rod kit includes the upper and lower portions of the skin kit. You just want to open this part of the kit up, and they include the carbon fiber Kevlar skins, the boa clamps, and the super shrink. We need to cut the hose skin to the proper size, and it's pretty critical that you get this right, because the Kevlar is so difficult to cut that if it's just a little bit too long, it's very difficult to cut a 1/4 inch off. And so one of the things to remember is that you can't just measure this out like that and cut it. The length will decrease because it will shrink as the diameter of the hose increases. Then start sliding the hose skin over the hose, and you're going to have to work it because the fibers and the weave will realign, and then we'll mark it for cutting. And you want to make it just a little short on the end. That's about where you want it. Try and cut it as much as you can in the dark black portion of the weave. I've marked it. I'm going to pull it back just a little bit, and I'm going to cut it. Now, even your regular scissors, they've got to be sharp because the Kevlar is throughout the weave. And so you'll push that on. The next step is to crush the core of the boa clamp, removing the cardboard insert. Slide your boa clamps over your hose. Now install one end of the radiator hose to the radiator. It doesn't really matter which side gets installed first. Reposition the hose and boa clamp as needed to ensure a tight fit. Then slide both super shrinks over the uninstalled end. Make sure that it is conformed to the shape of your hose. Now get your heat gun and start shrinking the boa clamp, starting with the clamp at the radiator side. As you start applying heat to the boa clamp, you will notice there is a shiny change to the surface of the clamp. Make sure that this is a consistent shine all the way around the boa clamp to ensure proper shrinkage. Once the radiator side boa clamp is installed, you will put on the super shrink. Make sure to position the logo on the hose as desired. As the super shrink shrinks, it will darken in color and get shiny. Make sure that this is consistent all the way around the clamp as you apply the heat. Repeat these steps to install the boa clamps and super shrink on the engine side of the radiator hose. And there you have it, a completed upper radiator hose. Your Hose Candy Hot Rod Kit includes Hose Candy's revolutionary sidewinders, which are a very unique CNC rotating quick couple system. Your kit will look something like this. These are the CNC rotators. Now within this kit, you have a number of rubber fittings. These, which are used to assemble the CNC rotators. You'll look at your CNC rotator and you'll have an end that's more star shaped, and then you'll have an end that's more screw shaped. You'll take the star shape and this end of the quick fitting and you will assemble it until you hear it click. Is when it clicks, it sticks. Now you've got your rubber 90 here, and within the kit you'll have a fitting. This is the mate to the CNC sidewinder fitting, and now you have a completed coupling. This is rated from minus 30 inches of vacuum to 125 psi. Included in your hot rod kit are high performance silicone hose. So what we're going to do is we're going to retrofit the vacuum lines on this Dodge Dart Ford Fairlane to sidewinder quick couplers. The first hose we're going to focus on is our vacuum advance hose, and we're going to replace this hose with our high performance silicone vacuum hose. The first thing we're going to do is get the right length of hose. We're just going to use our other hose. We're going to eliminate this 90-degree bend. We're going to replace it with a Hose Candy molded 90-degree fitting. We're just going to assemble like this, press that in, and then this fitting will go on to the vacuum advance of the distributor. We'll press that on. We're going to want to use another 90-degree fitting on the other carburetor port to give us a nice straight run. We're going to install our black CNC sidewinder into this end. We're going to install our CNC sidewinder into this end. Here's a finished vacuum advance hose. Let's just hold up the original hose so you can get an idea of the difference between the two. We'll show it to you on the vehicle so you can see what it looks like. Once you've learned the basics of how to build one hose, you can build them all. Now we're going to go and rebuild all of the vacuum lines on this car. Take a look at the difference Hose Candy made on this 1969 Ford Fairlane. Here's before and the after pictures speak for themselves. Now you can expect the same results on your hot rod. Just wait till you open your hood the first time after installing Hose Candy. Be prepared for long periods of staring and hearing things like, "Wow, how'd you do that?" You can use Hose Candy on heater hose, fuel lines, vacuum and turbo hoses, windshield washer hoses, brake line, emission hoses, radiator hoses, overflow hoses. There's really no end to what you can do with hose candy. Armed with the basics of hose candy, it's now your turn to let your creative juices flow.